don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
What about endorsing us to sponsor you becoming a product yourself now? If that means slaving away your freedom of mind, freedom of choice, to trade it in for a hero, but it's really corporate worship, when it boils down to spending irresponsibly, and companies taking advantage of your consuming to fatten up your ideas and perception, for the comfort to ease the pain from the day-to-day, only to force you to fasten while fastening the moral compass. Ready to slim down your chances just to pick up the prices they're willing to pay.
It's more important to know how to interact with someone utilizing these personality traits than how to identify the traits of a person. Because when you can identify how to interact with a person, utilize
things that, like, just for an example, that two of the ladies would come over and tend to my...
You may very well be in a position where you need that exploration, that experience. It's like, that's going to be what it takes both for you to feel satisfied with the level of experience you have, and also to get an opportunity to experience genuine consequences from it.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range, shoot my shot with perfect aim, 3rd degree, that perfect flame, ain't no sleep, that's the game, oh so southern, that's the slang, when they see me, that's the main, chasing checks and fly like planes, big old stick, I bought a cane, flick my wrist and bought the ring, I'm so boss, we're not the same, paid the cost and kept the change, now I'm walking Hall of Fame, and I reside in the cloud, grand wishes, with these bitches, taking pictures with the crowd, and I'm out.
Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday. Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the most high peoples. How are you? I hope all is well. Thank you. Appreciate you for being here this evening. Like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are online. I hope all is going to your plan, and if it ain't, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Sometimes things don't go the way that we want them to go, but maybe it's best that you get that curb or that detour. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators. Chef, I see you in the building, sir. What is the word? What is the word? What is the word? I had to take a little hiatus off of social media for the most part. I will be back, Lord willing, next week officially. There is a such thing as burnout. And honestly, sometimes you gotta reset. You gotta get your chakras in line, man. Social media have you all over the place. You get too like involved and entangled, and you neglect yourself. You neglect your mental health, your everything. You just be glued to the screen. And while I do still utilize one or two apps to get my coverage out there, I'm not doing too much socializing or nothing. I had to step back for a second. So for those of you who were wondering, yeah, I had to chill out for a minute, man. But I'm gonna pull back up. I've been cooking though. I'm always in the laboratory. If I don't do nothing else, I'm right here. All the distractions, I got to get back in touch with God. I got to get my relationship right with the Creator. I need that more than I need anything else. That's the only person that has been riding with me when I turn my back on myself. So with all that being said, you see the title. You see the title. Omarion come to the forefront, sir. What's going on, brother? You all right? You was throwing a little jab here and there. The people, they feel some type of way about what you said. I got a clip I want to play for y'all. I keep it 1,000. I did not watch the verses between Pretty Ricky and B2K. I grew up on them though. They came, well, put it this way, they came afterwards. My generation wasn't them. My generation was Black Sheep, Black Street, my bad. Public Announcement, Teddy Riley, and them. That's my speed. TLC, In Vogue, that's my speed. They came later on, but I already knew what their catalog was like, so can't nobody really tell me anything about the music and all that. This more or less is about character. This is about perception. And this brother, apparently he takes a shot at one of the members from Pretty Ricky. I put this out there. I did not know that brother was struggling or going through anything. I'm gonna play the clip though. We're gonna chop it up. Let's see. Right about there. Shout out to that's the leader. I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, only you know how to pronounce it because you spelt it that way specifically. I can't. But let's get the footage rolling and get this show on the road, man. Roll the tape.
I told y'all yesterday that Amari Ishmael Granberry is a narcissist. I did not know that when he did the battle with B2K and Pretty Ricky, that he said out of his own mouth, "Where is Slickum?" Knowing that Slickum is battling a drug addiction, I did not realize that until I kept seeing videos surface of him saying that. I want y'all to watch this clip.
We had to do that because y'all niggas talking shit. For life. All four. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So you had to get... Where's Slickum, man? We love you, Slickum. Yeah.
What's crazy about this now that I really think about it, after watching it, I remember them throwing jabs at each other right around that time when they were on stage. I don't remember Omarion saying that. But then again, I probably was just in my own little world. Like, I probably was just on my phone. Like, I don't remember him saying that. But Omarion, you cannot sit here and say that you did not know that Slickum was battling a drug addiction, because we all knew that Slickum is battling a drug addiction. He does not want to get help, which is why he does not perform with Pretty Ricky. And not only that, Pretty Ricky performs with Omarion along with B2K a lot. Like, they were on the Millennium Tour. Like, they go on tour with each other a lot. So you cannot sit here and say you did not know that Slickum was battling a drug addiction. That kind of explains why Pleasure P and Baby Blue had that smoke for him. Because how dare you disrespect my family knowing that he's battling something very heavy right now? Like, that's very disrespectful. I would have asked, where's Chris Stokes? Is he backstage? I told y'all yesterday that Amari Ishmael Granberry is a narcissist.
Cut the shit.
I did not know that when he did the battle.
Shut up. Talking too much. What is going on? I did not know that he was having a drug issue. No, everybody did not know that he was going through something.
Bang.
What are you talking about? Look, ladies and gentlemen, the reason, if you're wondering why I do topics like this, it has nothing to do with the person specifically. It's usually the person just has attachments to them that have been bred in the majority of the people, characteristics that are unsavory, unflattering. And in order to get some type of understanding, clarity, healing, and perception, you find yourself being the test dummy, the sacrificial lamb, the amoeba that is put underneath the microscope for further dissection. That is the only way you can get to the nucleus of all of the issues that plague us on a regular basis. For the last time, I did not know that the brother was going through an addiction. I am not a hardcore fan of nobody. I am a admirer of athletes, singers, actors, actresses. I have an appreciation for their skill sets depending on the department that they fall under in category. I will indulge, engage, and show my appreciation by taking a few moments out of my life to embrace the gifts that they bestow upon us. But I am not a diehard picket sign fanboy. I'm the last person that's going to stand in a line for half a day for a ticket. I am not going to take my entire check, my rent hood, for a front row seat to go see nobody. The best you're going to get out of me 15, 20 years ago, I'll buy a CD. I'll stream your music. The only people today in this era that I'm supporting are folks who ain't got it. If you ain't got it, you trying to build your way up, you more likely have a chance at seeing me hold up your sign than you will a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. Not that much. Y'all turn into some of the most obnoxious human beings when you actually like somebody who has a skill. Okay, they can sing, they can do this, that, and the third. I'm all for it. Thank you. I'm glad you sharing it with the world and all that. But my nigga, I'm trying to come up too. I'm trying to get out the ghetto and out of obscurity as well. And I'm just as talented as you and the next person. I'm not about to sit out here and overly and aggressively pour into this person and that person just because. But I will say and show you, you cool. That being said, Slickum is no different than the rest of us. And I hope and pray he doesn't end up like so many other actors, actresses, especially the recent one that lost her life to HIV. Lilo and Stitch star ended up out on the street. She had money and still ended out on the street, still ended up struggling with just life itself. I don't know how and when and what took her that road, but the human in me activated. Not that it ever went away. It was just sometimes you get a reality check. You get humbled because you forget that these are just people. This screen right here, the millions and millions of followers and subscribers and admirers and people who be in your inbox 24 hours a day confessing their admiration for you, and you forget that them folks be struggling with life. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? You forget these people be going through stuff. They be sick, depressed. They be fighting addictions, habits. They be around liars, people that's using them for their money, manipulating their contracts, all type of stuff. But when they perform and they at the BET Awards and they at these big ceremonies where they all get together and celebrate their excellence, you forget for an hour or two that they still got to go home. They still got to go back to their realities off camera, out the public eye, battling insomnia, narcolepsy, Tourette's, autism, high blood pressure. They go through the same stuff that we do. Pretty Ricky, B2K, I give them their credit. They have put out some decent music. You might not be a fan of either or you might like one over the other. That's neither here nor there. The point that I'm trying to make is the things that people are uncovering about Omarion, his character, it's no different than you finding out about your cousin or finding out about a girl or your husband or your wife or a co-worker or something. It's the same thing, the same stuff. Nothing that happens within those groups happen outside of it. So for me, the verses, I didn't even know that they were even having one. And I don't really have a side in it. My whole perception about the music that's out is different from what it was. If I had to really pick who had a better catalog of music based on secular standards, it would probably be Pretty Ricky. And that's just being unbiased about it. B2K has some cool stuff, but I just was never really into those type of groups. Their messages, I'm old school, like their messages in their music was nothing like Teddy Pendergrass and the OJs and all that. It just got more and more watered down. In terms of content, I still would lean towards one over the other. I don't really care about that. What I'm here to say is Omarion went for a number of years being presented as somebody who never seemed to have a bad rep, or I never knew that there was any type of signs that he was a horrible person or no, nothing like that. Because like I'm never really invested in these people's lifestyle. There's people that can pull up receipts and conversations and stitches and videos of every single thing Sierra and all these people do. I won't be that person. I'm sorry, I'm not that person. If you ever see me do a reaction video or anything to any of these people, I'm not doing all that. I'm not, because I'm not that invested. I only attack or address the core issue, which is the psychosis behind the behavior patterns that create a man or a woman stepping out into toxic relationships, or you're creating a culture of people who follow these fallacies that's supposed to be presented as representation for greatness and elevation, and none of that shit really does nothing for people but desensitize them and turn them into hoes, monsters, sleepwalkers, drug idled human beings that don't have no more soul left in them because they've been depleted of everything that they have, because their entire livelihoods is solely dependent on validation from social media based on what you dress, wear. That's where my niche is. I don't really fancy the other stuff. But when I heard the clip and I seen it, I just was like, all right, he's just asking where bro at. A part of me was like, oh, there's a reason. There's a reason why he say, where is such and such at? Because it was the way he said the shit. Where is Slickum? Where your boy at? But he's saying he don't know. He has no idea. Y'all run in the same group. Y'all don't ride together everywhere, but y'all been doing this music shit for years. Y'all been around each other enough. You're not going to sit here and convince me that you did not know. Now, I would believe that you don't know me. You don't know nobody that's watching. You don't know none of these people that's commentating on your person, your career, none of that. But you definitely know your peers. That's a fact. So when he brought it up, and then I see that people are triggered by it. Oh, I always knew Omarion was a snake. Oh, I always knew that something was off about him. I never liked him anyway. I always liked the others in the group. Right. But don't you hang around people just like him? Don't you hang around folks that act just like that? Isn't that ironic and very, very serendipitous? Y'all act like y'all done cracked the Da Vinci Code, and you're surprised that they are human too. They have feelings, emotions. They're egotistical. They're probably not the greatest people to be around. Why do people be so shocked by that? I never understood it. I never got it. April Jones was getting thrashed. I spoke on her. She was getting thrashed, and she earned her portion. You sleeping between partners. That ain't a good look. But everybody was feeling sorry for Omarion, and even I felt some type of way about it too, because I don't like cheating. I just don't like the shady stuff in general from any gender. But people were feeling bad for him. But it's like, all right, man. Now my attention has been caught just off of seeing different people say, man, Omar, he always was doing little stuff like this. He was, what, really? Huh? I wasn't aware of it, but I mean, okay, I'm not surprised. Okay, you still running his streams. You still put that man in a mansion. You put him in that car. You got him on that stage. So it really don't rub you the wrong way that much. See, it's bigger than just this. We all know somebody who's going through addictions, and I hope and pray. I hope and pray. I wish I knew his real name. I don't know Slick'em real name. I don't like calling people by their stage names. I pray that God reaches him, because just imagine having everything: the fame, the fortune, the limelight, the women, the people just they flock to you. Then you get introduced to something, and then it eats you from the inside out. Nobody can help you because it has such a grasp over your soul that you don't know how to break out of it. And you're fighting and battling. Probably done overdose, probably done went to the hospital multiple times, probably done crashed out on people, destroyed relationships, got into all types of fights because the drug or the whatever the vice is has took you through so many emotions, man. The decline, the fall from grace is like nothing you've ever seen. Face on Love is a perfect example of it. Perfect example of it. You can be right here and have everything that a person could want, and it still don't be enough. Or you just had the wrong people in your circle, and it take one man, one female to get in your ear, and it's over. The devil is absolutely 1000% real. How many celebrities have fallen off that you forgot about? Question to y'all. How many, like, you people that you haven't seen them in movies in years, and you just wondering, like, damn, I wonder what's up with such and such. I ain't seen them in nothing. That was a good actor, though. What happened to this person? And then you find out later on that some of these niggas done died 10, 15 years ago because they was living on the street. You didn't know that, though. But right now, as we speak, some of your favorites are going through it, and nobody's talking about it. And you know, media is not going to cover it unless they die or somebody finds their body in an alley or something. Nobody's going to speak about it. They don't give a damn about you when you fall off. The industry in Hollywood and all them high places, they don't give a damn about you until you lose everything and you no longer serve them any good. The one kid from Nickelodeon, iCarly or whatever the hell that show was, done. The Bama from the Lakers, done. Done. People trying to help him and everything. struggle is real. Spiritual warfare is real. People are actually going through things. I think that people are pissed off at Omarion because they believe that he intentionally took shots at someone who was down on their luck. I think that's what the real issue is. Also, portraying to be somebody that he isn't. But what's interesting about that is this is all one big stage. They're performers. They're all performers. So what's the holdup? What's the big shocker? For a split second, I'm like, damn. Then I get over it. And then it's like, well, I really can't say I'm surprised. Look at the field of work they're in. Y'all always competing, consistently competing. Who can sell the most records? Who's the most attractive? Who has the most women that follow them around? Who makes the most money? Who gets the most features? Who's in the magazines the most? Who's getting talked about the most? There's always a competition. Always. Of course, them niggas step on each other's toes. And the ones that tries their best and stays grounded, they're the background singers and all that. I don't know what happened to Sir. I don't. But if you've ever had, or matter of fact, I'm pretty sure everybody's related to one person who struggles with some type of habit. And it's not no regular habit. They make your life a living hell. They do not make it easy for you. You probably hate them. You probably leave them alone for a year, 2-3 years. You probably won't speak to them for a month. Because that habit be like a vice around their throat. And that's a fact. That's a fact.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
Them niggas don't give a damn about them. They don't care about Justin Bieber. They don't care about Aaron Carter. They don't care about Selena Gomez. They don't care about Jim Carrey. They don't care about Cardi. They don't care about Nicki. They don't care about Glorilla. They don't care about Sexy Red. Them niggas want their money. And they are using you to destroy the community with the toxic content that you put out. And in the process of doing so, you're ruining friendships. You're destroying your own self because of what gets introduced to you in the duration of your tenure. Nobody really looks that deep into it, though. So forgive me if I'm not in an uproar over any of this. I done met plenty of Omarions in my life. I know too many slickums. But where I'm at now, I pray for people. I'm not speaking negatively on them. I just pray for them distance myself. But let's be 100% clear. The same thing that you're accusing Omarion of, it's the same thing you or somebody you know has done to somebody, or is continuing to do something to somebody. And that's where the plot thickens, right there. Some people are walking, living, breathing versions of the very same individuals that they, I just had the word. It's not, it's cast the state or something like that. Some of y'all ain't no different, including myself. I've been that person before. In terms of the verses, though, Pretty Ricky has a better catalog to me. More music that is going to get played consistently over B2K. No shade. I just never understood the hype with B2K. They had a couple drinks that was cool, but that's as far as it goes with them. Omarion is not the first nor the last person to do anything like that. So what's the change up? What's going to be different from that? All right, y'all see what he did. He took a shot at somebody who's going through it. Don't y'all do it? Don't we do that every single day when we gossip about somebody and we talk about somebody? We do the same stuff. But then you get upset when somebody reverses it and do it to you. How can you really be upset at anybody? If you felt some type of way about it, then why would you display the same characteristics of the other person? That don't make no sense to me. Could it be jealousy, envy? Could he really have, like, real life Omarion could hate these people's guts for real? In real life, not like them people. They probably not even real friends, real. Off camera, they hate each other, but because they trying to make some money and try to stay in relevancy, they will do and say whatever they can to keep the public eye on them. For all we know, none of them folks hang out. Yeah, they made amends on stage. Your boy apologized to Omarion for April publicly. Yeah, they did that. That don't mean shit. I swear I have little trust for human beings these days. It just grow more and more. You can't trust your DoorDash. You can't trust the restaurants. They spitting in your food, giving you diseases and shit. You on a road with these niggas for months on end, torn. Whole time they screwing your wife, your girl, and all that. Like, what? But it's the same thing that happens in your neighborhood. Everything that they do, they just do it with more money. That's the only difference. And they have sufficient PR that allows them to have advances to the extent that it can be captured before it gets leaked out to the immediate media, the real media, the raw, uncut media, which is TikTok, Facebook, anything that still puts out the raw graphic stuff before somebody flags it or tries to report it. I'm not surprised. I don't hold my breath anymore. I'm not expecting him to apologize. I'm not expecting him to admit that he knew what was going on, because he's claiming he didn't know nothing about it. Not my business. However, a part of me is wondering, and this is just, it just hit me. Could this just be rage bait? All right, you're going to come out at one part of the show, and then you're gonna mention such and such, and then people are going to be on their camera phones and they're going to record it, and then they're going to start clipping it up, and then now we're in an algorithm and everybody's going to be talking about it, and now people are going to want to pay attention to the verses, and people are going to want to go back and stream our music. Like, that's where we at these days. And I could be wrong as hell. I could. And if I am, I stand corrected. You will never know these days. It's all tasteless. All of it. And what bothers me, these are black men. Black men who haven't figured out that the real enemy is looking from the top down at them. Y'all going back and forth with each other, backstabbing and doing all that. And they're looking at you like, good job. Good job. Exceptional. Exceptional.
The world, Craig. Shit, not just the city, the world.
Thank you for playing right into our hands. Thank you for doing everything that I needed you to do in order for me to profit off of the lost men and women out there who have absolutely no idea that we are actually the puppet masters behind all of the fighting and warrings between you guys. Y'all too egotistical, letting that money and that title cloud your better judgment. What's the point of being successful if you don't understand that the trade-off might not be worth the bill? Just saying. I get tired of seeing the back and forth with black folks. Being competitive is one thing. Y'all celebrating music. You celebrating art. You're a good singer. You're a good singer. Y'all both great at performing. Cool. This is great for the culture, it's great for the audience and everybody that's viewing it. Love it. Everybody's having a good time. Love it. And it's healthy. But when you start taking it personal and it's going left because you're not getting the type of attention that you thought you were going to get, that's something I can't jack. I know. I know. That's why I have more respect for independent artists. If you don't sign them deals and you don't follow their criteria and you doing this on your own, I know it probably suck. But think about the overall effect it has on your lifespan, for real, for real. Real wisdom and applied wisdom will save you a headache. Y'all rich and wealthy black men, you should have been saving your money. Y'all should have been collaborating and finding ways to build upon the success that you accumulated over the last 10 years or so. Instead, y'all went in different directions with y'all life. And got jumbled in with a bunch of confused souls who think they false gods and prophets for profit. And it never failed, bro. It never failed. Damn near every time. I'll be sitting back looking like, damn, another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, another one. It's like nobody ever learns. They showed a clip of somebody before I left social media for my hiatus. The dude, the Bama, I wish I was a little bit tall. I wish I was a baller. Remember him? Skilo. Remember Skilo? That brother made that song, kept all rights and properties to it. He stopped making music. He sold that song, and he's still living off of it. He's still living off of that money right now to this day. One song changed that brother whole life. My man said, I'm not about to stay here. All it takes is one time. And I'm going to tell you, let me get that one time. I'm going to do exactly what he did. I'm going to make it work. All it takes is one. He saw something that nobody else was paying attention to, or they just kind of just brushed it off. Whatever he saw, he said, hell no. I do not want to partake of that. It looked good, but I know better. And he left. He dipped out. And he's still living and eating good off of that. And a lot of black people don't move like that. We greedy. Your greed go and get your ass whooped every time. Because you just want more and more of it. but you don't know you being strung along into something more devious, more dimension, more dark, more despicable. My man said, nah, and this the one right here. Cool. We're gonna make this work. And I'm out. I don't even want the headache. I don't want nothing that come with this. I don't want to deal with fake friends, fake advisors, fake women showing interest in me. I don't want to be part of none of that. I did what I set out to do. Cool. I'm getting out the way. Y'all can have the rest of this. Pretty Ricky and B2K. I believe they did enough. I believe they did enough. Unless they really didn't have any type of control over their finances and they weren't getting paid the way that we assumed they were, which could be the case. But you had multiple bangers, not just one. Y'all had multiple bangers. So there shouldn't be no reason for y'all to have been struggling like that. To me, now if it just don't work, it just don't work. The only reason I brought him up was because that black brother used his brain. And he probably still has great relationships to this day because he cashed out. You stay in certain fields of work long enough, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose family, people are gonna lose respect for you, you're gonna lose a lot. Especially doing what they do. So I'm not mad at them. But Omarion, bro, I don't know if you knew what was going on or not. But you're gonna have to figure that out. You're gonna have to do some inner work. You can tell me and everybody here whatever you want. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to figure out within yourself if you're moving according or not. Period. No, that's true. That's true. And that's another reason why I'm like, yeah, bro, he was smart. That shit came up on my time. I'm like, Skilo, damn. I ain't seen bro in like 20 years or some shit like that. He still, oh, you know what? I do see them commercials. I do see them commercials. Never dawned upon me that he was still making money off them drinks. That he owned the rights to that. Cool, sweet. Not mad. Ain't no way in the world, and I'm gonna close out with this. There's no way in the world, Lord willing, I come into this steady stream of success that works for me, and it wasn't built off of headstones, manipulation, and destroying somebody in the process. And then I'm just gonna jump out the window, throw it all away, I'm gonna make the best of it, and I'm out. I don't want to. I have nothing to prove to nobody. The only thing that I'm going to prove is to myself and be used as a vessel to show that God is the reason behind everything that I have. And then I'm going to gracefully bow out, take my finances and invest it in something that's not demonic and that's going to continue to be profitable. I'm not staying around long enough for y'all to drag me like you drag everybody else. Hell no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time I hear one of those car commercials and that song play, I instantly think about, bro. I'm like, damn. If the commercial come on, or if there's an ad that play, I think every ad that play, he's making money off of that. I'm trying to get to a place where I'm doing something like that. I want my brand to be in constant rotation, even when I ain't really doing nothing but sitting around. I'm not arguing with no black man. I'm not competing with no black man. I'm not competing with no black brother or sister. If I ain't building with you or working with you or collaborate, we just don't need to have no type of conversation because that's counterproductive. Y'all keep that over there outside of Oak Bluff. If you know, you know. You know? Hold on. Hold on.
Sensational.
Water's another smart one. If Crawford is smart, he'll do the same thing. Most of us can't afford it. Most of us will be spending the rest of our days scraping and scraping to make ends meet because we ain't got no choice. People 50, 60 years old still doing 9 to 5s. I'll pass. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Salute, salute, salutes. Hold on. Which one do I want for this one? Which one do I want for this one? Blessings, and love, man. I had to come through and chop it up with y'all this evening. I'm about to get up out of here. Oh, I done did my work for the day. I got some lined up for tomorrow morning. Tap in if y'all free. You know what I'm saying? We constantly in motion. I don't think a lot of these YouTubers work as hard as I do. I stand on that. Ain't nobody as active as I am on YouTube. If you can find somebody who is more active than me on YouTube, let me know. Because right now, I need that title. I need that crown, period. Don't matter if I got 1 view or 3,000 of them things. I'm the most active on this month, period. And I do it dolo. Shout outs to Rob, Sydney, Max, Brandon, Nat, the whole panel. I wouldn't be here without them. I'm speaking on an individual basis where I'm doing reaction videos and all that other stuff. I am the most active up here. Your Your timeline will never run dry. You will never be bored or out of content or something to watch or listen to, because I am constantly on it. But I digress. Y'all have a blessed evening. Do me a solid before y'all go, if you don't mind.
What's the goddamn button?
I will be back to the social media spaces next week, Lord willing. While I'm away from it, I'm in my word, and I'm trying to get my spirit and my heart right, because life be kicking your ass sometimes, man. You got to go back to the source. So y'all be easy. I'll holler at y'all soon.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes, with these bitches. Taking